noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the New York Giants. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
On second down, here's Jackson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He spins free. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Damon Harrison in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kareem Martin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Now Jackson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. Jackson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On third down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They come out here, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch them.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mario Edwards. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
21.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Garcon. Now the ball comes loose, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. Through an opening, and there he goes. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Garoppolo now, first down throw. He gets this one to Garcon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a play fake here on first down. Brought in by Walford, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, Jackson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That's now his second interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Jackson on second down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Garoppolo, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
He dumps off to Morris. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Kareem Martin. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And the Giants ready to come out now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
Detroit! Hurry up!
To throw is Jackson. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted it.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Dancing to his left. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Going for the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it first and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Garcon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Garoppolo now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10.
12.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
11. 6.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for Trent Taylor there, and it's third down. The Niners on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third and 10. Garoppolo again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Rosas now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make it a second down.
21, 21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Hey, 12, fellas, here we go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Black 80! 180!
They go play action here on 1st down. Deep ball for Goodwin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And able to find Garcon. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
I got you. One, Omaha.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They run with Breida. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Go ahead. Two.
They run again with Breida. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a give to Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Tough to bring Bryant down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Martavis Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Jackson from the shotgun. And this will be incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A 3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know if kicking it.
It's a foot race. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Here's Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo now. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or do you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Jackson. Bryant with a catch right side. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson. And some room to maneuver. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Go ahead.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up. 21.
This is Breida, and he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and in fact we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing is Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that one results in 35 yards.
Detroit!
Throwing now is Jackson. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Jackson to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Now Jackson to Barkley on the check down. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson. Now he's forced out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Gun! Detroit!
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Here we go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the